This stock had incredible earnings, has been on an epic run in stock price, but still isn't crazy overvalued like so many stocks in the market right now, which is exactly what we want as long-term buy and hold investors. So I'll tell you the 5 reasons I keep buying this stock, but it does come with a massive warning you have to understand as well. There is a strategy to this method, and if you miss it, you are going to get destroyed. So let's talk about that today. Just make sure you like the video if you like getting the truth out the hype, because that is exactly what you're going to get today, guys. All right, so before we get started here, comment down below with the stock that you think today, right now in the market, represents the best risk reward in the market today. Not necessarily the best stock in the market today, just simply the best risk reward in the stock market today. Comment down below. I'd love to see what you guys are thinking, kind of what you see out there is the best risk reward right now, especially given kind of the crazy market that we're in. I'm just kind of curious as to what you guys are thinking out there. So I personally continue to buy SoFi stock even today, and it's for these 5 reasons. So number 1 is the management team. I know some out there would disagree. Noto's the worst CEO ever. Trust me, I see it in my comments on every single SoFi video I make. Sometimes it's all over YouTube and X too. Who freaking knows, guys? You got to ignore that sort of crap and actually get down to what goes on earnings, quarter in and quarter out. And this management team, not only did they pull off a crazy turn in the business, basically from a student loan provider all the way into what we have today, they have executed on it virtually flawlessly during that time. And oh, by the way, they've only beat and raised, 15, 16 straight quarters in a row. Think about that for a second. Not a single time have they not beat and raised during that entire run. That is simply amazing. And that's called management execution, because management has to put out those expectations, right? Management is the one out there giving guidance. Management is the one making all the different decisions in order to hit those various numbers. And here we are. SoFi repeatedly beats and raises, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. Just simply because social media and some YouTubers and some other folks out there don't have a clue about banking and freak out every single time Noto makes a decision that they don't like because their understanding is about this far in regards to banking, doesn't mean that the decisions they make are bad or anything else. As a matter of fact, when you understand banking on a high level, you see exactly how smart that decision is, and more importantly, how it's going to benefit me as a shareholder in the future, which, by the way, if you're listening to earnings calls instead of hype videos, you would know exactly what we're about to talk about next here with point number 2. And that is 2026 and 2027 are the big years. How can a management team be bad if they told you, hey, we're gearing up the business for a massive 2026 into 2027? I don't know. I guess because you said super mega whatever the heck was going to happen, and SoFi was going to be at $75 at the end of last year, which of course didn't happen. So then it's going to happen this year, right? Not going to happen again. Therefore, it's got to be the management team's fault. They're the problem. Completely not true. Why I love this company so much is because they told me 2026 and 2027 is going to be the big years for us, and we're going to lay the foundation right now. And then consistently on earnings, they continue to show me things that showed me they were building out a massive foundation to support real actual growth, not hype growth, not we're in a speculative market, therefore everything to the moon, actual growth that can be justified with earnings in those future years. I can absolutely see that foundation being laid right now over and over and over again. And of course, pointing to competitors or supposed competitors that I don't really think are competitors, saying, oh, look, they're growing this rate. Look at what they're doing over there. Cool. That has zero to do with the foundation being built over here. Nothing whatsoever. So for me, when I'm being told by management that 2026 and 2027 are the big years, then they continue to pour foundation on top of foundation, expand the foundation larger and larger and larger with things that we didn't even know were coming, and they continue to pour out that foundation larger. Why the heck wouldn't I get more and more excited? Why would I get angry? That makes absolutely no sense considering they are executing to exactly what they said. Not what we want them to do, not what other folks expect because they want short-term gains, not long-term wealth. There's a massive difference, right? You can take your short-term gains all you want to. That's what folks chase all the time. Hey, that's not how you get a 55,000% return in the market. That's not how you get a 100,000% return in the market in regards to individual stock picking like that. Doesn't happen during those type things. It happens because companies pour massive foundations. They don't chase the quick buck or the quick boost in stock price or anything else of that nature. They pour a foundation for a behemoth company into the future. And that's exactly what Noto and that team is doing. So therefore, I'm extremely excited because we're not even to the good stuff yet. We're seeing incredible earnings and we're not to the good parts yet. That right there is what has me excited. And that may be 2027. Fine. Good. Matter of fact, I hope YouTube gets negative on it again. I hope X gets super negative on it again. I hope everybody continues to say Noto's a terrible CEO again. I hope that all kicks up again so we can get cheaper shares and I can continue to accumulate. And then whenever the magic happens again, just like what happened with Palantir, when we were busy gobbling it up like crazy because people were freaking out because Alex banged the table and therefore he's a terrible CEO and all kinds of other stupid stuff like that was running rampant all over social media, we just simply took advantage and made a lot of the money as they continue to lay a foundation. And of course, you see what happened now. Now, I'm not saying SoFi is going to have the same type of run, but the point being the foundation is being poured there for an excellent, excellent run in those future years. That has me excited. And if you want to see my complete bull and bear case for SoFi, complete with price targets and everything else, you want to get free courses, free coaching, be able to work directly with me, jump into my DMs, jump on our live Q&As, get your free coaching. Check out the pinned comment down there as the earnings flash sale is going on right now, getting ready to end soon, where you get all that. Guys, there's just so much included in the group. Check out the pinned comment, see if a membership's right for you. Number 3, earnings performance. Like we just discussed, crushing it on every single cylinder, but especially this quarter. I don't know if we could have asked for a better quarter. The growth rates are actually so far ahead of what they actually guided to that their guidance doesn't make any sense now whatsoever. So this right here is exactly what a management team that is executing on all cylinders does. They put up great performance after great performance, and I absolutely believe that performance is going to continue into the future because a lot of the things like the lending platform are just getting started. There are so many things that are in their infancy that are going to print massive money to that bottom line for us as shareholders. High margin businesses too. It's not like they're chasing traditional loans and things of that nature. Sure, they have that as well. But over here on this other side, they're going to reap massive profits as this continues to expand and scale. And oh, by the way, it's already expanding massively, and that is just going to continue into the future here. But again, speculation means nothing, right? Things coming into the future that I'm putting $1 into the bottom line right now don't matter. We are seeing these things are printing to the bottom line, and then you can see exactly what the growth rates are and the opportunity that's there. Now, of course, they got to execute to it. That's why I'm not including any of that sort of stuff in my valuation. But this earnings had me really, really excited that, hey, not only did the foundation that they've poured so far look really, really good, some of the things that they said they're going to execute to, well, guess what? They're executing to it ahead of schedule and better than advertised. Number 4, lending platform is set for major growth. This one is hard to see right now, but this lending platform is absolutely game changing. To me, even more so than crypto, because crypto to me is going to go up and down. That's going to be a very volatile business. It's going to make a lot of money. Do not get me wrong. You can definitely look out there and see everybody else that's involved in crypto and offering the various offerings that they have and how much high margin it is and how easy it is for them to make a lot of money off of it. No doubt. But the lending platform is one of those things. People need loans regardless. And as they expand that out, right now they're just simply doing personal loans. Wait until they start doing all the other different loan types that are out there, mortgages and everything else. This is going to continue to print massive dollars to the bottom line because they're not holding those loans. They're simply facilitating everything and taking a nice big fee off the bottom line for that. And they're making it easier for the customers to do business. And of course, they're taking their fee. Therefore, they're making a very high margin on that business, which that margin is probably going to continue to improve into the future. And so it's a win-win all the way around. And when you have a win-win product that prints money for your customers and it puts money on the bottom line for the stock, you have a juggernaut of a product there. And that to me has me far more excited than any of the other things out there for SoFi at this particular stage, to include crypto. I'm not saying it's not exciting too, but for me, this right here is going to be that sneaky thing underneath that all of a sudden, before you know it, it is going to be one of the biggest drivers to bottom line profits for this company, which means for us, share price appreciation as that EPS goes up. And that to me is very, very exciting about this stock and why I want to be in this stock long term. And finally, the valuation is still reasonable. Now, let me kind of contextualize this a little bit with it's reasonable based upon the recent earnings that we have that now do not align with the guidance. Now, is it undervalued? No, it absolutely is not. But it is not, we're not looking at it like a Palantir situation right now, right? We're not looking at a Tesla situation right now. We're not looking at those types of situations to where, man, it's really, really hard to justify buying. Doesn't mean you won't make money in the short term, but you can make a very good case that the risk reward is not really good with those stocks. And again, I'm not advocating selling out of them or anything else of that nature. Just the risk reward does not look like it's there because they can have some incredible growth in the next couple of years. And man, if valuation just simply stays right where it's at, those share prices are going to go nowhere as the stock and the fundamentals kind of catch up to the share price there. And that's assuming that they don't fall, which is very, very well possible as well. But with SoFi, if those fundamentals continue to get better, the valuation right now is not crazy stretched like a lot of other stocks are. Now, again, I'm not saying it's cheap or anything else of that nature. That was a little, whenever YouTube had their little freak out about how Noto's a terrible CEO and all that sort of, that right there is when it was cheap, right? $10, under $10. That right there. And that was just a little while ago, by the way, guys. It wasn't that long ago. But in the end, share count is what matters. And right now, because the valuation is so reasonable and because earnings have been so good, I do continue to add, although they are smaller batches. I have no reason to, I have more than a full position in this stock. I don't need any more shares, but the valuation isn't so crazy stretched to where I can't afford to just continue to add shares of a great company at a reasonable price and then move forward from there. Because it is trading at a little bit of a premium right now. We get any sort of downturn in the market, of course it's going to drop back down. Where does it go? I don't know. Does it drop down below 20? Do we get down to 15 again? I don't know. Did we get all the way underneath 10 again? Anything's possible, right? It's Wall Street. They're dumb. These sort of things happen all the time. And heck, how the heck did you get Meta at the 80s? That makes no sense, but yet we got it, right? Same with Google, same with Amazon, Palantir at 6. Well, made no sense, 0 cents. But hey, that's what you get when Wall Street gets dumb. And so I'm not trying to predict where it's going to go. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm going to add shares right here. If it happens to fall, guess what? I'll just increase the shares that I'm going to buy more. And then if it continues to fall more, I will continue to increase those shares that I buy once again, because I have fundamental reasons to buy the stock. Not hype, not hope, not future trillions. I have tangible earnings that are growing and expanding, growth rate that is getting better, and a guidance piece that we know they always beat and raise anyways, their guidance, but a guidance piece that mathematically doesn't even make sense with what they're doing right now underneath, which means it's way, way, way sandbagged now. And we're probably going to get better guidance into the future there. And if you want to see my complete bull and bear case for SoFi, complete with price targets and everything else, you want to get free courses, free coaching, be able to work directly with me, jump into my DMs, jump on our live Q&As, get your free coaching. Check out the pinned comment down there, as the earnings flash sale is going on right now, getting ready to end soon, where you get all that. Guys, there's just so much included in the group. Check out the pinned comment, see if a membership's right for you. And click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market. And click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.